What is good practice? Good practice is always handle the exceptions. Always handle the exceptions and make sure that the exceptions are not shown in the output. It's a good practice. Always handle the exceptions and make sure that the exceptions are not shown in the output. Okay, how to do that? When I say handle the exception, it just means very simple concept. Handle the exception means provide try catch block for the exception. Whatever is the exception occurring, for that exception provide the try catch block, and that is called handling the exception. Okay, so where should we provide it? Okay, where should we provide try catch block? Okay, where should we provide try catch block? Wherever the exception occurs. It is the best way. Okay, wherever the exception occurs, provide your try catch block there itself. In whichever method the exception occurs, provide the try catch block in the same method, in the same place. That is the best way of handling the exceptions. Okay, so let us try doing it. Okay, so I am saying that the exception should not be shown to the user. That means we have to handle the exception. To handle the exception, we need what? Try catch block. Wherever the exception occurs. Where is exception occurring? Exception is not occurring in main method. Exception is occurring in user DAO class insert user method. In which line? This line. This is where the exception is occurring. Okay, and so this line should be put inside the try catch block. Whichever line is giving exception, that line should be put in the try catch block. So I am cutting this. How to cut it? Control X is the symbol. This is the option. See, Control X is the shortcut. I am cutting it. Okay, and then I am providing what? Try and catch block with what exception? We are getting class not found exception. So class not found exception ex, like this. Okay, and inside the try block we have to paste the upper code. Okay, this is one way of doing it. Okay, now I am not correcting this package name yet because I want to see if I am providing this try catch block, then is this exception handled? If it is handled, what kind of output we will see in the console? Okay, so I am providing this try catch. In the catch block, I want to provide a meaningful message to the user. So what meaningful message I want to provide? I am providing a meaningful message that there is an exception, or let us say there is a mistake in driver class package name or class name. These are the only possible issues, right? So we are telling that information. Okay, we are telling this information. Now I'm mentioning this message. This is also a good practice. I'm mentioning that there is an exception, and what is that exception? There is a mistake in the there is an exception. Okay, and sorry, there is an exception, and what is the reason of the exception? This is the reason of the exception. There is a mistake in driver class package name or class name. That is the reason of the exception. So I like to follow this type of a message. Okay, I am telling that there is an exception, and I am also telling what is the reason for that exception. Okay, Now let us save it and once again run the program. I'm running the program. Okay, now it is asking for the choice. Once again I'm choosing one, enter. Okay, I'm entering the name, I'm entering the email, I'm entering password. Okay, now what will happen? First of all, in main method, after it has read all the values up to this, it has read all the values up to this. As soon as I press enter, this data will be saved. All three values will be sent to insert user method. In user DAO, it will call insert user method, take these three values, insert query will, dynamic query will be created, dynamic query will be printed, and after that it will come here. Okay, this statement is inside the try block, so try block part will be executed. It will see that there is an exception. As soon as it sees that there is an exception, it sees that class not found exception is arising, and it will also see that there is a catch block available for class not found exception. Okay, there is a catch block available for class not found exception, and now that there is a class not found exception catch block is available, this part will be executed. Whatever you are writing inside your catch block, that part will be executed, and here it is a plain print statement, and this message has to be printed in your console. Okay, so will we see this message only? Will we see anything else? Yes, we will see this message also. Will we see anything else? No. So what is the expected result? We will get this message as well as we will get this message. Two lines of output we will see. Okay, so let us run this, and I'm pressing enter. See what is happening. It is printing this query, dynamic query, which was created here. Dynamic query is printed here. Okay, that is printed. Okay, then what is printing? It is printing this message called exception. This message, it is printing this exception message. Okay, it is printing this exception message, and then what it is printing? It is printing this class driver is loaded message. It is printing class driver is loaded message. But we know that class driver is actually not loaded. Okay, we know class driver is actually not loaded. Okay, that means if the exception is occurring, this part, if it is showing class driver is loaded, then that is a mistake. Okay, but why it is showing? Because whenever you provide try catch block, execution continues. Okay, let me provide that message here. When you provide try catch block, execution is not terminated, it will continue. Okay, when you provide try catch block, execution is not terminated, it will continue, and so we are seeing that output. Clear so far? Now, okay, so we have tried this particular option. Okay, if the driver class is not found in the package, and that can happen when there is a mistake in the package name. If there is a mistake in the package name, is there any other possibility when this driver class not found driver class not found in the package may occur? Yes. Another possibility is what? Another possibility is it can happen if we make a typing mistake in class name. Okay, what is class name? Class name is driver. Okay, and suppose that you don't know that in Java class name starts with uppercase letter. Then suppose that here you have provided it as lowercase d, though package name is correct. Your package name is correct, but here instead of providing instead of providing capital D, you are providing small d. That is also a mistake. Okay, In this case also, what will happen? It will raise the exception and it will not be able to find driver class. It will raise the exception. We know that Java is case sensitive. When you are not providing capital D, it will see that capital D driver class is not available, and so it will throw the exception. That exception will be caught by this catch block and it will print this message. So let us see that one also. Let us check it once. I am running program once again. I am giving 1 as a value and then I am providing the details. Okay, and I want you to observe the output. See, it is still showing this message called exception. There is a mistake in driver class package name or class name. Both of the mistakes are correct. Okay, is there any other way where the exception might occur? Yes, if the package itself is not found in the project. Okay, if the package is not found in the project, when that can happen? It can happen if the MySQL jar file is not added in the project. Okay, this will occur if the MySQL jar file is not added in the project. Okay, if this is not done, then also what will happen? It will not find the package in the project. If it is not finding the package in the project, it will give the same exception. Okay, so let us do that. Let us check whether let us delete the package from the project and then observe this result. Okay, I am going to Package Explorer and here we have this MySQL jar file. I want to delete it. How to delete it? Let us try right click and delete. There is no such option available. There is no delete option available. Delete is disabled from here. Okay, so what I will do is I will do a step. I will not show you how to delete it from the project, but I will delete it and show you how it looks. Okay, just a minute. Okay guys, see, now in my project, in my JDBC project, I see JRE system library, but I don't see referenced libraries that I mentioned earlier. There is no referenced libraries available here. If I'm not seeing referenced libraries under my project, it means that our MySQL connector jar file is not configured with our project. If it is not configured with our project, then when FurName method tries to find this package in the project, it will not be able to find it. Okay, let me write the correct way. I am writing capital D. Okay, this is the package name. This is driver with capital D. Everything is correct. Even then it will raise the exception and it will show this message called there is a mistake. Okay, let us test once. I'm going to test class, running the method, running the program. I'm choosing 1. Okay, let us enter all the details. Okay, I'm pressing enter. Once again, from our main method, it will go to insert user. In insert user, it will try to find this package, but this package is not available because our jar file is not configured in the project. Okay, and it will raise the exception. Let's show you. Enter, and I want you to observe. See, it is printing what? There is an exception. Okay, so that is another mistake possible. So let me write that also. There is a mistake in driver class package name or class name. Also check if the MySQL connector jar is configured in the project. Okay, also check if the MySQL connector jar is configured in the project. How do you check it? In your project, if you don't see referenced libraries here, it means it is not configured. As simple as that. Okay, how to solve it. Okay, how to solve if MySQL connector jar is not configured in the project. Okay, that is what we are going to see now. First of all, let me just also write down how to detect if it is missing, how to detect if the connector jar is not configured in the project. You just have to find something called referenced libraries. Okay, you have to try to find referenced libraries in the project. If you see referenced libraries, expand it. Under that you should find MySQL connector jar. If you don't see this reference libraries, there is a chance that MySQL connector jar is not configured to your project. Okay, so let us do that. How to do that? Let me stop my execution. Okay, and let me show you how to do this. This project, this is the project name. JDBC is the project name. I am right clicking on the project name. I'm right clicking on the project name and I'm going to this option called build path. Let me zoom and show you. Build path. Okay, and then under build path you have to choose this option called configure build path. Okay, it will open a separate window, something like this. Okay, by default it may show you something like this. It may show you order and export. Okay, you have to select this tab called libraries. Okay, here we see JRE system library, which is our Java library. Okay, where we find all the Java classes, interfaces and methods. Okay, here on the right hand side you will find this button called add external jars. Okay, click this button called add external jars, and then by default it might direct you towards the downloads folder. Go to the location where your MySQL connector jar is available. Go to C drive, go to program files x86, and there find MySQL folder. Find MySQL folder. Inside MySQL folder, you should see a folder called connector J 8.0. Go inside that, and there you will find this file called MySQL connector jar, connector Java 8.0 something. Okay, it totally depends on which version of MySQL you have installed in your system. Okay, and then click open. It is added here, and then you can apply and then click OK. And now if you observe the package explorer on the left side, you see referenced libraries, and this is the one we need, referenced libraries. If you expand referenced libraries, you will see MySQL connector Java jar file .jar. It is the jar file. Okay, and this is the one we need. Okay, that's it. Now suppose that there is a possibility that maybe you don't find that connector J folder in your MySQL. Okay, this is the folder, C drive, program files x86, MySQL. In this MySQL folder, there is a possibility you don't see this folder at all. You may not see connector J 8.0 folder at all. Okay, then there are two ways. Okay, then you can solve it in two ways. Okay, what are the two ways? First way is install MySQL connector. Okay, or download MySQL connector. Okay, these are the two ways. Okay, so first we will try the install, then we will try the download. To install, we have to run an application called MySQL Installer. If you have already installed MySQL software before, then you must have installed MySQL Installer and it must be available in your system. So let us search for it. I'm going to start menu and I'm searching for MySQL, and you will see this option called MySQL Installer. Okay, and here when you open this, click yes. Okay, it is asking there is a upgrade available. Currently I don't want to upgrade. So here what we are going to do, once the window opens, okay, here you can see connector J. In my case it is already installed. Okay, suppose that it is not installed, how it looks, let me show you. Let me remove it so that you see that it is not installed. Okay, so I have removed connector J and I want you to observe here that I don't see connector J now. Okay, connector J is not installed now. Okay, now in your system, if you see it like this, it means that the folder connector J may not be visible in the folder as well, in your MySQL folder as well. So if you cannot see this, it means that in MySQL folder also connector J folder is not available. Okay, so how to add it? Click on the add button. Here you see MySQL connectors, expand this. You see connector J, expand it. Connector J is a Java connector. Okay, connector J again 8.0, expand it, and you will see 8.0 point some version number depending upon your MySQL version number. If it is 8.0.11 version, you will see that. If it is 8.0.33 version, you will see that, whichever is your version. Okay, you just have to select the topmost option, select it and press this green arrow button. It will be added to be installed. It will be added under to be installed section, so that this will be installed. Click next. Okay, in my case when I removed it, it did not delete the folder. Okay, I am saying it's okay, go ahead. In your case you will not see these things. Press yes. Okay, it is saying ready to install. In your case it will directly show you this message, ready to install. Click execute button and it will start installing the process. Okay, you can see complete, it's installed. Click next. Okay, click finish. Now it is added, connector J is added. Once you complete this installation process, you can close this window and you will find connector J folder here in your MySQL folder, and then you can take this MySQL connector jar file and add it here. Okay, you just have to follow the previous steps that I told. Right click, configure build path and etc. to complete it. But suppose that in your installer you don't find an option to add your connector. Okay, then what to do? Then you just have to download your MySQL connector jar and uh, extract it somewhere. How to do this? Okay, I'm going to Google and searching for MySQL my current version I have to enter. My current version is 8.0.11. In your case, whatever version it is, your version number followed by connector J. Download. It is showing you download section of MySQL. Make sure that you are choosing this dev.mysql.com website. Okay, that is the official website. Select it. Okay, and here it is asking you can download the connector J 8.1.0, which is not my current version. I want to choose an older version. Let us try to find an older version. Yeah, here I found the older version. Okay, but it is located in a non-official website, unofficial website. Okay, let us see if I can find a official way of accessing the older version. Let's see if I can find it. I'm going to the same location, previous location. Okay, it is directly choosing 8.1.0. okay, I can go to this archives. Current version is 8.1.0. I don't want to download the latest version because latest version may not be compatible with my current server. Okay, so I will download the version depending upon which version is my current version. If your version is your 8. If your current version is 8.1.0, then you can download this particular by downloading this, by clicking this download button. Okay, but if you are using an older version, you have to click archives, and here by default it is choosing 8.0.33. okay, but my current version is 8.0.11, so I am selecting it and I am scrolling down to 8.0.11. This is 8.0.11 and my operating system is Windows, but it is not listed here. So I'm choosing this platform independent and I'm choosing this zip archive. Okay, so I'm clicking on the download button. My download has finished. Okay, by default it will be downloaded to the downloads folder. I'm clicking this option so that I can go to the folder. It is available in my downloads folder. I'm taking it. Okay, and I'm going to put it in my D drive, some other drive. Okay, so I am going to my E drive and pasting it here, and here if I open this zip file, I'll be able to see what data is inside. It is having one folder inside. Okay, and I'm going to extract it. If you have WinRAR installed in your system, then extraction is very easy. Right click on it and choose this option called extract here, and it will create that folder which is internally there. This is the folder. Inside the folder you see MySQL connector jar. So when you're configuring your Eclipse, you just have to go to configure build path, go to this location and choose this. Let me show you. So right click on the project, build path, configure build path. In libraries, add external jars, go to E drive. In my case it is in E drive. In E drive, MySQL connector Java, select it and click open. So whichever folder you have extracted in, go to that folder, select it, click open. That is the order. Okay, so I'm not doing it right now because I have already added. So those are the two steps, two ways of adding it. Okay, so we have just seen two different situations where exception may occur, and if that exception occurs, how to handle it. Okay, we just have to provide the try catch. Okay, so now let me delete this, and also let me delete this. We know that whenever we are providing a try catch block, it will continue. Okay, now this was the first step. Let me write this in here. That was our first step.